If you've seen my last video, you'll know that I was discussing a SkullGreymon loop. This is due to the new Crescemon that has appeared in the BT22 side breeding set. And I was just going to leave it at that video explaining how the loop works, what we're trying to do with it. That was going to be it. But then I played the deck. And it's actually kind of good. So I figured I would do a gameplay video of this. So here's a list I've come up with. I've decided to put my money where my mouth is. I've decided to do this. And a lot of this may seem familiar. It is essentially the old school Gabumon, Garurumon draw engine. So we're starting with Tsunomon. When you trash a card in your hand using one of your effects, draw one. Then we've got our one-off Gabu X, which searches for pieces and discards and gives us battle protection for our Garurumons. We've got this Gabumon, which I forgot, went back to 4. When attacking, draw 1, then trash 1. Not once per turn, which is quite nice. We've got the still restricted Gabumon, on deletion, draw 2, trash 1. We've got the starter deck Gabumon, so start main if your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory, and then when attacking, sadly once per turn, draw 1, trash 1. Not that we really get down to spend much. We've got our one-off Garurumon X, which is when Digivolving, draw 2, trash 2, and then if it has Garurumon under it, gain a memory, which is still an insane card, even today. Why it's still at 1. We've got 4 of the starter deck Garurumon, so in security you can play a Gabumon, or a tamer with Matin name, which can be any of these, which is quite nice. It helps us flood the field a bit. And then when Digivolving, draw 1, trash 1, and inherit it when attacking once per turn, draw 1, trash 1. Then is another piece that I didn't really see the vision with at first, but then it like really grew on me to the point that I'm now running it up 4. It is the BT21 Garurumon. So in security, you get to play them out for free, which you can occasionally steal turn if you have enough of these set up. Your opponent hits it, they're on 1 memory. Play this out, tap these, steal turn. Just a nice little bonus. But the important part is on play when Digivolving, you may return an adventure trait card from the trash to your hand. So what you'll want to do with this is you'll want to start just hard slamming these and throwing them at your opponent. If they die, you can play another one, grab it back from the trash, and just have a never-ending cycle of Garurumons that way. Because this is the only card you can actually grab back with it. It's the only adventure card in this deck. Well, I suppose the Tiamat's also adventure, but probably not going to die very much. We've got 2 WereGarurumon. I'm not sold on this card. It can be good for some aggression. Once we kind of got our loop set up, we can start swinging in for multiple checks every turn, but it's not really vital to the loop. We've got our SkullGreymon, which, if you've seen my last video, you'll know is the key component of this loop. Essentially, whenever we discard it, we want to tuck this under our Crescemon, and then play it out with Sayo Koh. It's got when attacking and inherited retail, but neither of those matter. It is purely the tuck effect that we want. Then we've got the Crescemon. It's got jamming, which I didn't realize. It's quite good, comes up sometimes. When Digivolving, draw 1, trash 1. That's how we're going to get our SkullGreymon under the stack. And then it has 2 or more same level cards, which isn't impossible, especially if we pre-stack the SkullGreymon with like the Garurumon effect, or if we have one of the X antibodies and the original level under. Then we get to stun Digimon or Tamer, which is quite nice, and an inheritable that will never come up. Got our one of Anubismon. This was kind of the key loop piece that I had in mind whenever I made that original video. I've since realized there is a better alternative, which you'll see very shortly. You'll probably already see it on the list. But this card is still insane. So when Digivolving on main, you can trash up to 3 cards in hand, then play a purple Digimon from the trash with cost reduced by 3, and for every card you trash, you increase it by 1, essentially letting you play up to a 6 cost for free. Or we can play, for example, Crescemon for 1, which can be quite good. If we have the memory to sort of pass them over at 1, we can do that. And then whenever an effect plays one of your Digimon, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower. If nothing was deleted, draw 1. It gives us more cycling, more drawing, and if our opponent has quite a wide board of little guys, this can be good. This can get rid of a level 5 that's threatening an ace, level 4 that's threatening an ace. Just, we don't like aces. Aces kind of mess up our day. Then we've got the tie-in mats, so I'm going to lump both of these together. They have the effect that whenever a Digimon is played or Digivolved on our side, we can suspend it to gain a memory if we have a Greymon and a Garurumon. Well, one for a Greymon, one for a Garurumon is probably a better way of explaining that. So we've got our SkullGreymon and we've got our Garurumon package. And the idea is we'll always want to be getting 2 memory off these and essentially stealing back turn whenever we play our SkullGreymon with Sayo Koh. I detest this card. I've made it sort of a meme on this channel, how much I hate this card, because this is all it does. It just facilitates loops. That's it. It's not even used in Galaxy anymore because Apollo Ace can do the end of turn DNA and then lets you swing, so it's even better than this because you've got your Crescemon out. Yeah, it's not a healthy card. Then we've got our sort of replacement for Anubismon because we can only have one of these. We've got Akihiro Kurata. Now, I wasn't sure on the timing of this whenever I made the last video, so I decided just to focus purely in on Anubismon. But Kurata at the end of the opponent's turn allows you to draw 1 and trash 1. And this happens at the same time as the Sayo Koh bounce effect, returning the SkullGreymon to hand. So what we can do is we can do this first to return the SkullGreymon to our hand, and then use Kurata to draw 1, trash 1, trash the SkullGreymon again, tug it under the Crescemon, and then do our turn. Start of the opponent's turn, the Kurata is on, or the SkullGreymon's under there, play him out with Sayo Koh, tap our tie and mat, steal back turn, end of opponent's turn, do that again. It's a lot more reliable than relying on one Anubismon. If Anubis was still at 4, then yeah, we go all in on that, but it's pretty good. Then for our options, we've got 2 Pummel Whack. This can help us get rid of Floodgates, or alternatively, we can discard it to draw another card. It's quite good draw fodder that way, because it doesn't cost us any memory to draw a card. We can just cycle it, essentially, as a cost for one of our effects. We've got 2 Scramble. I kind of want to increase this, but I'm not sure what to take out because this deck draws a lot of cards and decking out is a real possibility. So I definitely want to increase that. We've got 4 Wisdom Training. All of our Digimon are purple. It misses on our a lot of our Tamers, which is unfortunate, but I would rather have the sort of consistency to see the pieces that we need and the cheaper Digivolves, especially because Crescemon costs 4 to go into. And then finally 1 Calling from the Darkness, because why wouldn't you run this in a purple deck? With that out of the way, let's get into the games. This deck is incredibly silly. That's the only word I have for it, is silly. I don't think we want to keep this. As much as we like having this Tamer setup, we really want to start building our stack, especially with how aggressive the game is nowadays. If we go up against, like, you know, Megidramon or something, we might die. That's pretty good. We're up against regular Galaxy by the looks of it. Insert Spider-Man meme. We're not playing Galaxy, we're playing Sayo Koh Turbo. Drawing our SkullGreymon is quite nice. Now we've got all we need for this stack. That's not bad. Do we give the game away and play the Sayo Koh? Or do we... Yeah, because we haven't got any tie-in mats yet. So I think we just go into Garurumon here. And then... do we play the tie-in mat? Yeah, let's get this out. They'll probably be like, what the hell is this? Like some purple Garuru list or something. Which it kind of is. It's got a purple Garuru base. Oh, they're on the WereGarurumon, interesting. I don't think I can Digivolve over the Gabumon though, can it? It can go over the... I can go over the Firemon because it's rad, and it can go over the new Lekasmon, is it? Is the level 4? Okay, we've got Anubismon. Garurumon. Ah! If I'd known that was there, I wouldn't have committed to this. This will just delete the Gabumon anyway. No, let's not do it. I don't like this position, especially with Anubismon coming back. I think what we do is we set up a training and then Sayo Koh, so that way we can get into Crescemon next turn and pray. Yeah, they get their... What's my security? It's Garurumon. It is nice to see these Garurumons in security though. That is why I like having 4 of each. Means they come up. Not that he's gonna struggle to out it like. Yeah, let's steal back a memory, why not? Doing the thing. Also, my apologies for having a quite inconsistent upload schedule. I'm just gonna stun that. Life has been very busy recently. Nothing bad. Don't worry. Just busy with work and stuff. I do want to still try and hit my goal of 50 videos this year. We're quite a bit off, but I do want to start some kind of series at some point this year. So, it gets a free Sayo Koh, or Koh and Sayo. That's not broken. Goes to Apollo Ace. I don't think this can DNA with Anubismon though. I think Grace Nova specifically says Apollomon and Dianamon. Do we add that Garurumon back? I think we do. I think there's a world here. Scramble. Would have been a nicer way to target for that. What does this card actually do? Okay, it's got a removal and then 2 Digimon may DNA into Grace Nova and then may attack. End of turn, 1 of your Digimon may attack. Okay. So it's not gonna destroy anything else. He gives us 3 memory. Is that enough? I think it is. Because I think what we can do here is we can crack the training to go to Crescemon for 2. We don't have the stun, unfortunately, but we can draw 1, trash 1. Trashing the SkullGrey. We'll draw with the egg. And then the SkullGrey's effect will tuck under this. And then play this Garurumon, set them to 3. Play out the SkullGrey at start of their turn, gain back 4. That works. We'll not use either of these. Start of the turn. They'll set to 3 with Koh and Sayo, and then we can do our loop. Do they concede? Oh, they can still get a swing in with the Ukomon. That's kind of cool. problem here is we don't have a Kurata setup. So we're going to have to swing in with Crescemon. An Agubond Ace here will kill us. Crimson Mode Ace. Paladin Mode will kill us. It's a risk. Well, I mean, we do have the other Crescemon in hand. I just wish we had another SkullGrey so we didn't have to fully commit to this. Let's do that. Pummel whack. And then SkullGrey. This does have jamming, so I'm not too worried about what's in security. Let's do that. That's fine, because then we can play this Garurumon. This Garurumon on play will let me add back that Garurumon. Will not use either of these effects. Start of the opponent's turn. Play out SkullGrey. Gain 2. Gain 2. Props to my opponent for staying in through this, though. Maybe they have a security bomb. There's Kurata. Don't need two of him. And then we can just do Garurumon for Garurumon. I'm telling you, this is very good. So unless they're holding on to an ace here, I think I can just swing for game. The loop's not bad. Like, it's actually not bad. But yeah, that'll do us for today. I'm not going to subject another opponent to that. That was disgusting. But anyway, if you like this video, leave a like. Leave a comment down below saying ban Sayo Koh, hashtag Bandai, hashtag ban Sayo Koh. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, which will hopefully be next week. Hopefully.